Hello and welcome again to Master Bridge, the contest in which 8 leading players compete for a first prize of £5,000, a second prize of £2,000 and a brilliancy prize of £1,000. At the end of the last session, a clear leader emerged, Rixi Markus. In this session she'll be partnered by Zia Mahmood, who's lying 8th at the moment. Tied for second place are Martin Hoffman and Jeremy Flint, and just behind them come Priday and Irving Rose. And in joint 6th place are Omar Sharif and Sheehan. As usual, we have Sammy Kehela from Canada to analyse the play and remind you of the tournament rules. Sammy.
Nicola, each hand is played twice. Each player in a partnership that scores better than its counterpart at the other table is awarded 2 points. For a tied board, all 8 players score 1 point. Let's go straight to our first hand.
Neither side is vulnerable. The dealer is East, Jeremy Flint, playing with Omar Sharif against Rixi Markus North and Zia Mahmood South.
Pass.
He has a difficult opening bid here. It looks right to open a club, Sammy, doesn't it?
It does, as we see, but I think that Zia will probably, if they play all 2 bids, I think he can open 2 spades.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I passed.
1 club.
Pass.
1 heart.
Pass.
2 spades.
Pass.
Unconditionally forcing to game. A jump in a new suit here.
3 no trumps.
Oh, no half measures for Rixi. The bid of 3 no trumps is a value bid, but unfortunately has taken up a lot of bidding space, and Zia has a lot of things he wants to show. He wants to show the rebiddable spade suit, the heart support, and North's 3 no trump bid has taken away some bidding room.
Perhaps you ought to now invent a bid.
Such as?
4 diamonds.
4
I mean,
diamonds.
he's running out of bids to make to keep Rixi bidding.
4 diamond.
Well, you're quite right, Nicola.
Pass.
You found a very fine bid. Now the question is,
Whether Rixi might take him as having diamonds and being sort of 5-4-4. I don't think she would.
well, he's got the 4 spade bid, but
That he wanted.
but I think he wanted the 3rd spade as well.
4 no trump.
Pass.
5 hearts.
Pass.
In this sequence, 4 no trumps is the Blackwood convention, asking for aces, and Rixi's 5-heart response shows 2. The trouble is they've reached slam level without agreeing a trump suit, and whichever slam they choose is going to be a bit fraught the way the cards are placed.
6 spade.
I thought he would bid
Pass.
6 spades eventually.
Pass.
Certainly can't blame him. As far as he's concerned, his partner has longer spades and clubs, or at least equal, at least 3 cards in each. Well, I guess this is a hand that the average person playing at home would defeat, leading their God-given sequence, and the expert might permit to make.
Queen of diamonds.
Yes, well, Omar has played bridge in the kitchen as well. Elegant kitchens, no doubt, but nevertheless.
Thank you.
While Zia is studying his prospects, he's wondering how perhaps they might have arranged the bidding differently.
I mean, he's bound to draw the trumps, isn't he, Sammy? I mean, it looks the natural play. Get out the trumps and then hope the clubs, if the trumps are 4 and 2, that the clubs, the queen and 1 club comes down. With 5, that's, what is it, about 20-something%?
Not a good percentage, no.
No, but when you're in a poor contract, you need a bit of luck.
Well, in any event, he's decided.
10 of spades.
4 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds,
No,
7 of spades.
Queen of spades.
4 of spades.
8.
Yes.
8 of spades. Jack of spades.
There was another alternative open to him, and that was to take 2 club finesses against East, playing East for the
King of
Queen
spades.
10 and 1 club. But
Two
he's
of
not.
diamonds.
He decided not to do that
5
either.
of diamonds. 5 of spades. 10 of spades.
Yes. He's now reduced to playing for a double and Queen of clubs in one hand or the other.
All or nothing, really.
Yes.
So it's going to be
Five of
nothing.
spades.
Well, he also has the option now of playing West for a double and 10 of
8
clubs.
of clubs.
5 of
2. 8.
He doesn't like that very much.
Queen of hearts.
2 of hearts.
3. 5.
He still
Jack of
retains the possibility of West having a double and 10 of clubs and East having the Queen, which
King
case
of
he can
hearts.
overtake the third heart and lead the Jack of clubs.
Ten of diamonds.
Well, now he knows he doesn't have 4 heart tricks. He's also got no further entry to his hand. Even if the Queen of clubs does drop Doubleton, now he can't make the rest of the clubs because he's taken away his third heart.
Well, he probably decided the hand looked a little ominous when West had 2 spades. The club length is probably there, so...
Well, Zia's reduced to making his 10 top tricks, a result inevitable once Omar's diamond had removed Zia's long trump. So Zia and Rixi lose 100. Let's see if Rob Sheehan and Martin Hoffman can make a plus score and win the board. The dealer is East, Jane Priday, playing with Irving Rose, against Robert Sheehan North and Martin Hoffman South.
Pass. 1 club.
Same start as the other room, on a hand of
Pass.
quality.
One diamond. Pass. Stop. 2 spades.
Pass.
In the other room, the bidding had gone a club 1 heart by North, and South had bid 2 spades. Here, North has bid 1 diamond, which does not improve
Three
South's
clubs.
hand.
Pass. 3 spades.
Sheehan has given a disciplined preference to 3 clubs. In the other room, at a similar stage, North
Pass.
had leaped to 3 no trump. Martin bids 3 spades to show
4
that he's at least 5-5 in the black
Pass.
suits.
And now Robert's cubiding in hearts to say, I like your clubs and I'm suitable. After all, he couldn't be more suitable with ace and 1 spade and the ace of hearts.
It's clear they're going to reach a slam now. The question is which slam and whether they'll stop short. Because if you picture North with the Queen of clubs, then 7 becomes a very good
Right,
contract.
Pass.
Could North show his ace of spades now, do you think? I don't think he can afford not to.
I think clubs are clearly agreed here.
Yes.
He went back to 3 clubs. He's now cubed hearts. It can't be to say, well, we've got spades between us.
Six clubs.
Oh, he
He's
took the
resisted the
decision.
temptation to show the temptation to show the ace of spades. So now they're within themselves
Pass.
in the sense that they're not in 7, but even 6 presents problems because of the fact that the clubs are 4-1. Seeing all 4 hands, it is clear that against a 6-club contract, a diamond lead would shorten declare crucially in trumps. Declare can no longer afford the safety play of ace and a low club toward the jack, and is forced to play off the ace-king. When the trumps break 4-1, declarer can neutralize one of West's apparently certain trump tricks by this complicated play. He must take the ace and king of hearts, the ace of spades, and trump a diamond in his hand. Now he runs the spades. If West roughs in either high or low, he is held to one trump trick. If he fails to rough in, this two-card end position is reached, and on the lead of the last heart, dummy scores a jack of clubs en passant. Of course, all that assumes a diamond lead. As it happens, Irving has selected a heart lead, so Martin will have a much easier time.
Small, please.
3.
King. Ace of clubs. Small, 2.
2.
3 of clubs.
Ah,
no.
well played, Martin.
7.
Well, the fact that West did not lead a diamond to shorten declarer's trumps, of course he didn't know that it was going to, but has permitted Hoffman to make a safety play in clubs, and there's nothing very much the defense can do now.
By safety play, you mean that if the jack of clubs had lost to the queen, all the clubs would have gone?
Yes.
Small, 2. 6.
6.
4 of clubs.
Jack of clubs.
Well, declarer is going to make his contract now, reaping the rewards of reaching a better spot. The play would certainly have been much more interesting had West led the queen of diamonds initially, reducing South's trumps. Declarer, I don't think, then could have afforded the safety play.
Trump.
It would have left a very interesting play, but I'm not sure whether he would have made it or not.
Well, that hand's really shaken things up. It's brought Jeremy and Martin level with Rixi in the lead. On to the next hand.
Rixi's north, you sure?
Yeah.
The dealer is north, Rixi Markus, playing with Zia Mahmood, against Jeremy Flint, east, and Omar Sharif, west.
Is it 16, 18 or 15, 17? Well, equivalent of 16, 18. I mean, 15 with a 5 clubs.
1 heart.
Pass.
1 spade.
Pass.
Stop. 3 hearts.
Very disciplined bid by Rixi here.
Pass.
I don't think Zia has any bids, but that does not prevent him from bidding. No, he
Pass.
passes.
All right. Ace of diamonds.
Sorry, I'm like them.
Well, Jeremy Flint has led the ace of diamonds in accordance with his partner's methods of leading the higher of the
Two
ranking
diamonds.
of the
Queen
two
of
ranking
diamonds.
honors.
5 of diamonds.
Now, the queen of diamonds here by an expert would show the queen and the jack. It wouldn't show shortage. It says, partner, I have the jack, maybe the 10. If you want to lead from your king, you can.
King of diamonds.
4 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
Yes. Jeremy has nothing that he wants led up to. And,
May I ask you a question? Do you know whether you lead ace king ace king?
Yeah. He's just produced them.
No.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
straightening out.
No.
Small.
10 of diamonds.
6 of hearts.
Well, the Claire has to draw the trumps and
Ace
then
of
make up
hearts.
her mind about what to
Four of
do in the
hearts.
black suits.
4 of hearts.
King of hearts.
2.
9 of hearts.
So far, so
7 of
good.
hearts.
The trumps have divided.
Queen of hearts.
Good.
Well, she can afford the diamond from the dummy.
She can
Three of
even
spades.
afford a spade.
She's discarded
Four of
for the
clubs.
spade from the dummy.
Ace of spades.
She's decided to play
Six of spades.
to set up
Two of spades.
a spade
Five of spades.
in the dummy and hope to reach
Jack of
the
spades.
dummy in clubs to take a discard on the jack of spades.
King of spades.
But that is going to be
Jack of
stillborn.
diamonds.
And you see, she knew the Jack of Diamonds was over there.
Two of
Yes, because West has played the queen and then the 10, and he is known to have the jack on the play of the queen initially.
Rixi obviously assumed that the spade finesse was wrong, so she hoped to put East in with the king of spades. She knows he has no more diamonds, so he would be forced to lead a black suit, either a spade to dummy's winners or a club finding the jack for her and conceding her 9th trick. When her plan fails, she can only hope that East holds the club jack. Clearly, West isn't going to make life easy for her by winning her club queen with his ace, and so giving her an entry to dummy.
Three of clubs.
Seven of clubs.
Omar has held off the club, denying Declare an entry to the dummy. Declare has to concede 2 club tricks, along with the 2 diamonds and the spade.
He's got the knave here.
She made 8 tricks. In her contract of 3 hearts, 100 points to Flint and Sharif as East-West.
It's not clear that Rixi misplayed the hand. She assumed the worst lie of the cards and actually obtained. In fact, it is possible to create an entry to dummy, or at least extract another club trick from this holding by running the 9 of clubs on the first round. If West takes the jack, either the 10 or the king must in due course provide an entry to dummy for the spade finesse, assuming it works. And if West holds off the first club, he never makes his jack. It's quite possible that Sheehan will find himself in the same contract. Let's see what line he takes.
The dealer is North, Robert Sheehan, playing with Martin Hoffman against Jane Priday East and Irving Rose West.
One heart.
Pass.
One spade.
Pass.
3 hearts.
Yes.
Pass.
No reason to continue by Martin Hoffman, but we've seen strange things.
Pass.
Ace of diamonds.
Friday and Rose have obviously agreed to lead the ace from the ace-king combination. Sheehan wants to go back to 2 hearts.
2 of diamonds.
As in the other room, Irving Rose plays the queen of diamonds, suggests to his partner that he has the jack behind it and that it's safe to underlead the king.
Four of diamonds.
6.
3 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any pressing necessity to shift to either of the black suits. I think she'll just continue another diamond and let Declare get on with it.
7 of diamonds.
Jack.
6 of hearts.
You notice that Irving has played the jack of diamonds, which is a card that Declare knows that he holds.
Ace of hearts. 3.
4.
King of hearts. 9.
7.
Well, that's one hurdle over. The hearts might have broken 4-1, in which case
Now he's up to 8 certain
he's
tricks.
up to 8 tricks, for sure.
Queen of hearts.
Jack.
3 of spades.
So far the play has gone card for card, as in the other room.
4 of clubs.
At this stage, when the hand was played by Rixi, he played ace and another spade and inevitably went down one. Sheehan can succeed here by leading the 9 of clubs and running it.
Queen of clubs.
Yes, North has led the Queen of clubs,
Oh.
not the best. If Rose takes this, then he will have an entry to the dummy. But I don't think he's going to be tempted. But what can he do now? He can run out his trumps. That won't help him. Well, let's see if that's going to help him. Yes, I think he might still do it. Except that dummy is going to get squeezed. Moment of truth. On the other hand, you see Irving's careful play of the Jack of Diamonds.
8 of hearts.
Aha. Well, he's certainly on his way if he can reach the end position. It's a question now if Rose blanks his King of Spades.
Let's just see how Sheehan reached his end position. He lost 2 diamonds, ruffed the 3rd without discovering who held the 10, drew 3 rounds of trumps, played the Queen of clubs, which held, and then his remaining 2 trumps. Now on the last trump, Rose has a problem. If he discards his diamond, he reveals that he's guarding both black suits, and whichever one Rob throws him in with, he must concede a trick in the other. If, on the other hand, he drops the Jack of clubs, declare can make a second club trick by force. So, he has to blank his King of Spades and hope that Rob goes wrong.
Yes, he has. He's made the
Well
best
played, Irving.
defensive play. Question is, can Sheehan read what has happened? That was the only play to give Rose a chance to defeat the hand at this stage. You see, from Sheehan's point of view, he doesn't know where the 10 of diamonds is.
Ace of spades.
Ah, he's done very well
Well
indeed.
played, Robert.
Very well indeed.
Well played. You see, he probably got that right because he knows Irving's play. I mean, the 2 of them played in the Bermuda Bowl recently, and
Blankets.
he felt probably Irving had done that, and he just got it right.
Yes.
And he backed his judgment, which is also another thing. In fact, Irving did jolly well on that hand by giving Robert as many problems as he did. He certainly bared his spade king without a flicker, and so Robert did well to read the position right.
Robert, you did very well to make that tricky 3-heart hand. It seems that you're relying on Irving to hold the King of Spades. Under those conditions, would it have been better to run the 9 of clubs on the first round?
Yes, it would. The way I played it, I needed him to hold the King of Spades and to guess it correctly at the end. Whereas to run the 9 of clubs straight away makes all the time that I was making it without having to make a guess at the end.
Irving bet his King of Spades. He played very well in doing that, but you dropped it without much problem. Is that because you know his game very well, seeing that you two are both a regular partnership in the English team?
No, at the end, the only way I could make it was if he held the King of Spades, because it was apparent from the discards that he must have held Ace Jack to 4 clubs to start with. It was fairly clear that Jane had 3 little clubs. So that if he, in fact, held the King of Spades, it was a question of whether his other card was a small spade or the 10 of diamonds. And he did play the Queen of Diamonds at trick 1 in a very emphatic sort of a way. If he'd had Queen Jack and a small diamond, it wouldn't have been quite so easy for him to throw the Queen with such enthusiasm. So it seemed likely that he must have the 10 of diamonds, in which case his King of Spades was bare.
Sammy, do you find that if you play rubber bridge, it has a bad effect on your tournament game, or vice versa?
No, I think rubber bridge is very important to make a good tournament player. It teaches them sort of common sense and practical bridge.
Yes. But the pursuit of over tricks in tournament bridge, do you think that has an effect on a rubber bridge player? Does he start looking for that when he's playing rubber bridge?
Very few of the really good duplicate players, at any rate in this country, haven't had a good grounding in rubber bridge. The ones who've just played duplicate, somehow or other, seem to be rather more fallible and accident-prone than the ones who've played a good deal of rubber bridge.
Thank you very much, Robert. If we look at the tournament score, we see that Flint and Hoffman now lead with 18 points. Rixi Markus has 16. Sheehan and Omar Sharif have 14. Priday and Irving Rose have 12. And Zia Mahmood has 8.
The next session of Master Bridge will see the same partnerships in action. Join us then.